Hey, it's Derek Depker here of ExcuseProof.com. I'm about to start the Prolon 5-day fasting mimicking diet. In this video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the product. So I got this, full disclosure, this is a review box that they sent me. I had planned on buying it and they were kind enough to actually give me a review copy. That being said, I'm going to be very transparent and honest about my feelings. If I don't notice anything, I'm going to say I don't notice anything. So here we have, I haven't actually officially dived into it yet. Here's the box that they sent me. And so this contains 5 days of meals, and obviously it's fasting mimicking, so that means the meals are not going to be that large. So it's basically just a few instructions, and then inside here, so this is going to be my day 1, which I'll be starting tomorrow. So separated, we got the bars, which these actually look pretty decent sized. So these are plant-based, a nut-based bar. And then you have kale crackers, a couple teas. Then looks like each of the supplements, so the vitamins and minerals, the algal oil right here. And then I'm guessing probably the soups and olives. So seems like it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. I'll go through the instructions here and then I'll document the journey. But obviously, you just eat what they give you. Takes a lot of the thought out of it. Just follow the program. And so stay tuned for the future videos where I'll be updating how the fast goes for me. Take care. I'm on day 2 of the Prolon diet. It's the morning, so I'm going to recap what day 1 was like. So day 1, just follow the meals. It's pretty basic laid out. Started eating at about, I think it was 8:30 in the morning, and then I front-loaded most of the meals, meaning I ate mostly through the morning and afternoon, and then last meal was about, I think about 5 to 6 o'clock or so, from about 8 to 6, give or take, was my feeding window. So by the nighttime I was a little hungry, but it wasn't too bad. I didn't have that strong a hunger while on the program, but definitely was noticing I was eating less than usual, so I could feel some hunger. My energy was fine, although I did take a nap in that afternoon, so I definitely had a sense of wanting to sleep. This was right after a time change where I had lost an hour of sleep. So it's hard to tell whether it was the fast or whether it was just my sleep schedule being thrown off. So that night, though, so last night was harder to sleep. I was more in and out of sleep, and then it was pretty hard to wake up in the morning. Meaning I was really tired in the morning, but I was kind of in and out of sleep during the night. So my sleep wasn't the best, and that is also somewhat common if I've been fasting or if I haven't had as much to eat. So we'll see how that goes as it progresses. As of now, I'm in starting day 2, so you get this. You can drink some tea, and then you do a glycerin mix here, or you mix it in and sip it throughout the day. Not exactly sure what the point of that is, but I'll do some research and find out. And then going through the day 2 box of food, which is similar to day 1. There was no glycerin on day 1, but this is some of the bars, some of the soups, and just a little bit less calories overall here on day 2. So that's the update. See how it goes as we continue. Just completed day 2 of the Prolon fast, and it's now the morning of day 3. So looking back on day 2, my appetite was very manageable. I mean, I could certainly tell I was fasting, but I remember falling asleep and feeling satisfied. I didn't have that hungry feeling that I had a little bit of on that first night. I also found that I slept or fell asleep and stayed asleep a little easier this last night, although I definitely woke up and am still feeling a bit sleepy. So I wanted to hit the snooze button. I wanted to lay in bed for a little bit, and ended up doing that for a little while. So I was definitely noticing also yesterday that my energy levels were adequate for what I needed. I had the energy, I had the focus to get to what I needed to get done. It was a very chill sort of vibe, right? And I'm still feeling that, just very kind of like chilled out. It's not quite the same feeling that I've had sometimes on a water fast, for instance, where there's like the adrenaline going, and sometimes there's an amped up sort of energy. I don't feel that. I just feel chill, not too low of energy, but not high energy either. So that's the recap of day 2, and we'll see how day 3 goes. I've just completed the third day of the Prolon fast. It's the morning of the fourth day. So looking back, yesterday was pretty similar to the first couple days. I wasn't too hungry, and my energy levels, my focus were good, not anything beyond normal. I felt myself starting to get, especially at nighttime, it's a little bit more and more like chilled out, in a chilled out state. And now going into morning of day 4, I can tell my energy level has dropped even more. So it's kind of like as soon as I sit down, I just want to kind of go to sleep, but not really a sleepy feeling. So I contradicted myself there, but it's like that just tired, sort of relaxed state, but not drained, more just chilled, very chilled out sort of state. And what I noticed, my sleep was good last night up until I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, went to sleep at 11:30, so about 5 hours into my sleep. I woke up and I had adrenaline going. So I considered just getting up and starting the day, but I decided to go back to sleep. And after, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, I eventually fell back asleep. But I definitely noticed there was that feeling of adrenaline. If you've ever fasted before, sometimes what can happen is this like body goes into fight or flight mode. So I had a little bit of that. Unfortunately, that hasn't kicked in yet when I need it to, as I'm actually awake. Instead, I'm very chilled out right now. So see how the next day goes with the next video update. Just completed the 4th day of the Prolon fast, and I'm now on my 5th day, morning of the 5th day. So looking back on yesterday, my energy levels were still decent. Like, I was able to get work done. I was able to be productive. I definitely have this feeling of like not wanting to move that much. And it wasn't difficult if I got up and, moved around or anything. I could tell though my body's like, just don't expend more calories than you absolutely need to. I didn't need to like take a nap or anything. I felt rested up enough throughout the day. I went to sleep probably about 11:30 or so, and then I woke up naturally right before 7 o'clock this morning. So I got up, I kind of had a little bit of that adrenaline going like I had on the prior night, but this time I actually had pretty much a full night's sleep, so I just went ahead and got up for the day at 7 a.m. And this morning, I'm actually feeling a little bit more, I don't know if I say energetic, a little bit more focused, a little more of that energy there going, just a slight bit probably of adrenaline, but not like a hyped up feeling. My heart's not racing or anything like that, and I still feel pretty chill. My appetite, I feel like, has actually dropped a little bit. I think yesterday, days 3 and 4 were probably the biggest appetite that I had, where I could tell I was fasting. Now I feel okay, but I had just eaten about maybe 2 hours or so ago. So I'll eat again here in another 30 minutes to an hour. Overall, going into the 5th day here, I feel like, we'll see how it goes. I feel like I maybe got over the most challenging part, but we'll see if it kicks in later. Maybe there'll be some fatigue or something later today. I just completed the Prolon 5-day fasting mimicking diet. So yesterday was my last day. I would say that yesterday I felt better than I felt through any of the fasts. So even though it was the last day, I guess my body had adapted to it or something happened, but I felt I was focused, I was productive. I definitely didn't have the kind of energy like I wanted to get up and run around or exercise. At the same time, I did a video webinar training that was about 2 hours, and the whole time I was engaged, I was present, my mind was on top of things. So that was cool. I was a little bit unsure how I was going to be in terms of my performance and my mental clarity. So that was good. I went ahead and I got a massage that afternoon, and when I came back, normally I feel really tired after a massage, and I felt good. Again, I was productive. I cleaned my apartment a little bit. I had a little bit more of that, I don't know how I would describe it, but it's not like an adrenaline amped up sort of feeling, but it's a simple, like kind of calm, focused energy, if you will. So that was good. And then my sleep was pretty good last night. I did notice as it got into the morning hours, I would wake up and then start to fall back asleep. Did a little bit of that. And then naturally woke up even a little bit before my alarm went off, probably about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes before my alarm went off, so shortly before 7 a.m. And I would say, now going in, I'm going to be gradually breaking the fast. So far, I just had some decaf coffee today with some cream and some water. That's it, but I'm going to be having soups and things. That's what they recommend for today. So probably smoothies, soups, things like that are easy on the digestive system before I go back to my eating some heavier foods and things like that tomorrow. So overall, I feel good coming out of it, and we'll see how it goes the next few days. But certainly, yesterday was a little surprising. I thought I wouldn't get my energy back until after the fast was over, and I started refeeding. But I felt like there was a definite shift yesterday, and I'm still feeling pretty good today. So we'll see how it goes as I continue after the fast now for the next few days. All right, so this is the final assessment of my experience with Prolon. It's whether Prolon is right for you or not. I would check out their literature. I would obviously see a healthcare provider. Only someone working with you on that level could actually tell you whether it makes sense for you or not. Everyone's body is different, all of that. So with that disclaimer out of the way, simply sharing my experience, I found it was much more tolerable to do this fast than it is to do just a straight up water fast. I can do a water fast for a day or two and be pretty good, but by about day 3, my energy levels come down so much, it's hard to be productive. Now, would it have been much different if I just ate a low calorie diet versus doing Prolon? I don't know. Are there extra benefits of doing 5 days of fasting mimicking versus say doing 2 to 3 days of just a pure water fast? I don't know. So this would be something I'd be curious to learn more about from the creators of this. I can only say that my experience doing the fast was it was tolerable. If I needed to fast for 5 days, I would much rather do this than go on a straight, either no food diet or even having to prepare my own meals. There is a big convenience factor. That being said, I don't feel particularly compelled to keep doing a prolonged fast going forward. If I want to get at the benefits of fasting, for me personally, I would either need to see more research behind why the prolonged fast is an advantage over me just saying, let me take a day or two and have a water fast. And not only that, but then I'd actually save money doing that. I guess maybe I eat a little bit extra after I come off the fast, but I'd save money for those few days. And I will say that probably the biggest challenge of doing the Prolon fast for most people is they're going to see the price tag, and they're going to see that's actually paying a decent amount for the foods and so on and so forth. So is it worth it? Well, if your health is worth it, and I think in many cases it might make sense for you. So that's why I say you gotta look in the research, gotta do the study yourself. For me personally, I like the experience. I was comfortable throughout it. I didn't notice a big enough lasting change, or I didn't notice I was suddenly like super productive after doing the fast for the next few weeks. I didn't have all this extra energy, kind of just got back to normal and then went on with my life. So do I believe that there's probably some underlying benefits? If I took some blood tests and different things, was there probably some shifts that was positive? I imagine that could be the case. Subjectively, in terms of my own feelings, I didn't notice anything so profound that I feel that I want to keep doing the Prolon fast myself. That being said, I'm relatively healthy. I don't have any major health conditions. I'm already pretty lean. I leaned out a little bit more, but I'm already lean. So that wasn't a component. Maybe it's the kind of thing I do once a year. Maybe once or twice a year could make sense. But for the most part, I'm going to continue with just going the water fast approach. Again, I'll encourage you to check out your own, do your own research. So I'll have some links to the Prolon product where you can check it out, and of course, again, seek a medical expert who can help you and guide you in the direction if this is going to make sense for you. If you have any questions, you can email me info@excuseproof.com. Wishing you the best. Take care.